How do you know if someone is good or bad? Most of the time, we cannot tell if those in our lives are good or bad because of the mask they are wearing. Before we delve in, ask yourself, am I the bad or good person? Navigating the complexities of distinguishing between good and evil in individuals' actions or words poses a challenging task, marked by subjectivity, influenced by cultural, moral, and individual perspectives. This video aims to unravel the subtle signs that aid in discerning people's true character, exploring 9 behaviors that unveil the potential for evil. It is essential to stay engaged until the end, as the last behavior discussed is particularly dangerous, capable of involving many innocent people and damaging their integrity. Drawing inspiration from Stoicism, this video will provide guidelines for evaluating character, shedding light on silent interactions and unspoken gestures. Stoicism defines goodness as acting in accordance with reason and evil as acting against it. A virtuous life, guided by justice, bravery, and kindness, aligns with reason and attracts loyal followers seeking warmth and illumination. Evil, attempting to cloak itself in the guise of goodness or cordiality, cannot sustain the facade indefinitely. Pretense may endure for a while, but eventually the true face of falsehood is revealed, akin to a mask that falls off. Certain characteristics indicate a person's inclination towards evil rather than good, and by observing these 9 behaviors, you will gain insights to navigate this dynamic and guide your own behavior towards becoming a better person. Get ready to confront evil and safeguard yourself from those who exhibit these behaviors. Please remember to like and subscribe. Let's form a community with intentional living. We appreciate your support. Now let's get started. 1. They harbor no feelings of remorse. Individuals who harbor no feelings of remorse present a concerning pattern. Even when confronted with clear evidence of their wrongdoing, these individuals stubbornly cling to their position as if it were a fortress. Instead of acknowledging their mistakes, they construct walls of justifications and rationalizations, hindering any possibility of understanding and reconciliation. This refusal to repent and learn from mistakes signifies a deeper issue that may potentially be dangerous. This intransigence can manifest in various ways, such as an unwillingness to apologize, distorting facts to fit a personal narrative, or manipulating situations to make others feel guilty or responsible. In stark contrast, true kindness embodies flexibility and humility. It recognizes that everyone is fallible, and errors provide opportunities for growth. A genuinely good person comprehends that apologizing and admitting mistakes are not signs of weakness, but demonstrations of strength and maturity. When assessing someone's character, it becomes crucial to observe how they handle their own mistakes. A persistent refusal to repent, even in the face of clear evidence, raises a red flag. It suggests that the apparent goodness projected by an individual may be nothing more than a cleverly worn mask. Behavior that lacks the ability to acknowledge and learn from mistakes should be approached with caution, as it may indicate a deeper issue within the person's character. 2. Deriving satisfaction from others' suffering. Deriving satisfaction from the suffering of others is a profoundly unsettling characteristic that reflects a profound lack of empathy and emotional connection within an individual. Despite outwardly projecting kindness and compassion, their true nature is unveiled through actions that betray their hidden tendencies. In moments of pain or adversity for others, instead of offering the expected support or comfort, this person showcases indifference or, more disconcertingly, a subtle smirk or concealed satisfaction. This emotional disconnection is not merely a social shortcoming. It hints at a significant internal defect. The inability to forge an emotional bond with the suffering of others and, even worse, experiencing joy from it suggests a potentially manipulative and ill-intentioned attitude. It goes beyond mere insensitivity and reveals a troubling mindset that lacks genuine concern for the well-being of those around them. Such traits manifest in various ways, often subtly weaving into the fabric of day-to-day interactions. This person might cloak their disturbing behavior in malicious comments disguised as humor, or exhibit a troubling reluctance to extend help when it is most needed. The insidious nature of this conduct becomes glaringly evident in situations where the individual benefits from the misfortune of others or deliberately turns a blind eye to their struggles. Recognizing and addressing this behavior is paramount, as it not only harms those directly affected, but also serves as a warning of a more profound issue within the person. Displaying these tendencies, the lack of empathy and the perverse satisfaction derived from others' suffering are indicative of a skewed moral compass and a potential danger to the emotional well-being of the individuals in their orbit. Encouraging genuine empathy, understanding, and compassion is essential to counteract the negative impact of such behavior and foster a healthier, more supportive social environment. 3. Inconsistency in convictions and promises. A person marked by a lack of firmness in convictions and a consistent pattern of changing opinions and promises exhibits a troubling characteristic that erodes trust and reliability. Their words, though appearing sincere in the moment, swiftly lose value as they adapt to align with what is deemed most advantageous in a given situation. This individual may express agreement one day, only to completely reverse their stance the next, driven by a keen sense of self-interest. This constant oscillation of opinions and the absence of commitment to one's own words reveal a deep-seated egocentrism and a tendency to manipulate situations for personal benefit. Essentially, these individuals treat relationships and commitments as transactional exchanges, sacrificing loyalty and honesty for immediate personal gain. The inconsistency of such individuals renders them unreliable sources of support and confidence. While they may initially appear supportive and understanding, this facade is fleeting and subject to change rapidly based on their own needs and interests. This behavioral pattern not only damages relationships, but also undermines trust, instilling uncertainty in those around them. The lack of steadfastness in convictions and the willingness to alter opinions for personal gain create an atmosphere of unpredictability and skepticism. Others may find it challenging to rely on or confide in individuals who exhibit such a mercurial approach to their words and commitments. Building meaningful connections requires consistency, honesty, and a genuine commitment to one's stated convictions, qualities that are notably absent in those marked by this detrimental pattern of behavior. Before we move to the next point, please support our channel by liking this video and subscribing. Thank you for your unwavering support. For our existing subscribers, I doff my hat for you. 4. Chief complainer. A constant complainer is an individual characterized by a perpetual inclination to voice dissatisfaction and see faults in nearly every aspect of life. This attitude of perpetual discontent extends to personal relationships, daily hassles, and even global events, where these individuals tend to focus excessively on the negative aspects without recognizing or appreciating the positive. Rather than seeking solutions or adopting a more balanced perspective, constant complainers prefer to immerse themselves in a spiral of negativity. Their dissatisfaction reflects a profound insatiability, an unrelenting desire for more, and an inability to find contentment in what they have. This not only creates a toxic environment for themselves but also negatively impacts those around them. This behavior goes beyond expressing discontent. It reveals a lack of gratitude and an incapacity to appreciate life in its fullness. Behind the constant complaints often lies a self-centered and ungrateful personality that struggles to find genuine joy or satisfaction, even in the accomplishments or well-being of others. The inability to feel satisfied can lead to manipulative and selfish behavior. Constant complainers may employ their grievances as tools to gain attention, sympathy, or resources from others, while contributing little positively or constructively to collective well-being. This perpetual dissatisfaction becomes a barrier to forming meaningful connections and prevents these individuals from experiencing the true richness of life that comes with gratitude and a more positive outlook. Addressing this behavioral pattern requires a shift towards acknowledging the positive aspects of life and adopting a more constructive approach to challenges. 5. Need for control or influence. The need for control or influence in individuals manifests itself in various ways, creating a dynamic where their actions aim to shape circumstances and people according to their own interests. Presenting themselves as leaders or advisors, these individuals may initially seem helpful, but their intentions often harbor an underlying desire to mold situations in alignment with their personal vision. Employing authoritarian behavior, they impose their opinions and decisions on others, disregarding alternative perspectives and showing little regard for the opinions, feelings, or needs of those around them. This controlling nature is characterized by inflexibility and insensitivity, expecting unquestioning adherence to their guidelines. Manipulation becomes a key aspect of their control tactics. Using subtle strategies such as guilt-tripping, persuasion, or emotional blackmail, they skillfully influence the decisions and actions of others. The sophistication of their manipulation is such that victims may not even realize they are being controlled, fostering an environment where autonomy is subtly eroded. Furthermore, this desire for control can lead to an invasion of privacy and a blatant disregard for personal boundaries. These individuals may interfere in matters that are beyond their purview, demonstrating a lack of respect for the autonomy and personal space of those they seek to control. The facade of concern or care may be presented, but in reality, these individuals aim to maintain influence over others. Their actions are often driven by the belief that the ends justify the means, using seemingly positive traits to camouflage a deeper agenda of exerting control and influence over the people and situations in their lives. Addressing such behavior requires awareness, setting clear boundaries, and fostering open communication to maintain a healthy balance of power and autonomy in relationships. 6. Shows indifference. Individuals who exhibit indifference often masquerade as kind and caring beings, creating a facade that disguises a troubling lack of empathy and interest in others. This lack of concern for the well-being and emotions of those around them manifests in various subtle yet significant ways. One prominent behavior is their tendency to monopolize conversations, focusing predominantly on their own interests, experiences, and problems. They dominate discussions to such an extent that there is minimal space for others to express their opinions or share their stories. This self-centered approach not only reveals rudeness, but more significantly, demonstrates a stark indifference to the lives and experiences of others. Moreover, when others attempt to engage in conversation, these individuals display blatant disinterest, whether appearing distracted, inattentive, or hastily diverting the topic to something that intrigues them more. They showcase a clear lack of regard for the thoughts and feelings of those around them. This disengagement goes beyond mere rudeness. It exposes a deeper emotional indifference and a failure to recognize the importance of others' experiences. Another hallmark of indifference is the inability or reluctance to acknowledge and validate the emotions of others. In the face of others' suffering or joy, these individuals react with cold disinterest, failing to establish an emotional connection or provide genuine support. This emotional detachment extends even to situations where empathy would be the natural response. In times of crisis or difficulty faced by friends, family, or colleagues, these individuals display surprising indifference, offering little to no support, comfort, or assistance. In essence, the behavioral pattern of indifference not only diminishes the quality of interpersonal relationships, but also reveals a profound lack of empathy and understanding. Addressing this behavior requires fostering awareness, promoting active listening, and encouraging genuine engagement with the emotions and experiences of those around them. 7. Habitual lying. Individuals characterized by habitual lying employ falsehoods as a manipulative tool to serve their own interests and manipulate both situations and people. This pattern of deception involves altering facts, exaggerating details, or fabricating stories to cast themselves in a more favorable light or elicit sympathy and attention. The subtlety of their manipulation often makes it challenging to discern truth from fiction initially. A particularly concerning aspect of this proclivity for lying is the willingness to use falsehoods to undermine or discredit others. These individuals may spread unfounded rumors, distorting someone's words or actions with the intention of causing harm or sowing discord between people. This not only fosters mistrust and misunderstandings, but can also inflict tangible damage on the reputations and relationships of those involved. Moreover, the frequent lies from these individuals signal a lack of appreciation for honesty and transparency in their value system. In relationships, they demonstrate a willingness to sacrifice truth to achieve personal goals without regard for the repercussions on others. This behavior underscores a deep-seated egocentrism and a glaring absence of empathy for the impact of their actions on those around them. The ability to lie convincingly and without remorse further reveals a deficiency in morals and ethics, while they may attempt to justify their lies as necessary or harmless. The reality is that these deceptive patterns erode the trust and integrity fundamental to human relationships. This erosion can have far-reaching consequences, negatively affecting personal connections, professional collaborations, and the overall fabric of societal trust. Addressing habitual lying requires fostering a culture of honesty, emphasizing ethical values, and encouraging accountability for one's actions to rebuild and maintain healthy relationships. 8. Emotional coldness. Individuals with a tendency towards emotional coldness often display a complete lack of warmth or concern for the feelings of others, often displaying a notable lack of interest in the well-being of those around them. This emotional detachment is frequently accompanied by a form of selfishness, where their primary focus revolves around personal interests and needs, overshadowing any consideration for the feelings or concerns of others. This self-centered approach can manifest in various ways in everyday life, leading to behaviors that demonstrate insensitivity or indifference to the difficulties and suffering of those in their proximity. In scenarios where compassion and understanding would typically be expected, emotionally cold individuals respond with indifference or, at times, dismissive criticism. Their reactions may involve minimizing or completely ignoring the problems of others, showcasing little to no support or solidarity. Furthermore, emotional coldness can function as a conscious or unconscious strategy to maintain control or dominance in relationships. By remaining emotionally distant, these individuals avoid genuine involvement or commitment, opting to sustain a position of superiority or power. It's crucial to recognize that emotional coldness, in itself, does not necessarily indicate malevolence. In some instances, it may stem from past experiences, psychological defense mechanisms, or even mental health-related issues. Therefore, assessing this behavior requires a comprehensive examination within a broader context, considering other characteristics and behavioral patterns. While emotional coldness may not always be inherently harmful, understanding its roots and implications allows for a more nuanced evaluation of its impact on relationships and interactions. 9. Speaking badly of others. Speaking poorly of others often disguises itself as honest observation or opinion, but in reality it can be a self-promotion strategy or a means of defending oneself by belittling others. Individuals with this tendency may paradoxically try to elevate their own image or status by using criticism or contempt to position themselves as superior or better informed. A particularly insidious aspect of this trait is the inclination to speak negatively about others behind their backs, revealing a lack of integrity, loyalty, and potentially manipulative behavior. When someone quickly criticizes others in their absence, it raises concerns about their reliability and trustworthiness. This behavior not only indicates a lack of respect for others, but also suggests insecurity or low self-esteem. Instead of building a positive self-identity, these individuals choose to stand out by putting others down. This pattern of behavior is harmful not only for the subjects of their conversations, but also for the individuals themselves, creating a circle of negativity and mistrust around them. In essence, speaking badly of others serves as a red flag when assessing a person's character, indicating a propensity for manipulative negativity and a lack of respect for others. Being aware of these behaviors is crucial, as they unveil a person's true nature that may be hidden behind a facade of kindness or positivity. While interactions or observations may not capture the fullness of a person's character, recognizing these patterns helps in making informed decisions in life and seeking intelligent solutions for relationships. Additionally, Stoic philosophy encourages focusing on what one can control, actions and judgments, and exercising caution when judging others. It reminds us that each person has their own journey and challenges. Reflecting on these principles allows individuals to make wiser decisions and cultivate meaningful relationships. If you found the video insightful, share your experiences in the comments, give it a like, and subscribe to the channel for continued learning and growth in the wisdom of Stoicism. We greatly appreciate your support, and there are several ways you can help contribute to spreading positivity. Expand our reach by sharing this video with friends, family, and groups. It's an effective way to introduce our content to a broader audience and create a positive impact. Becoming a member and joining our community is vital to our growth, enabling us to provide more insightful content. Share your thoughts and suggestions by leaving comments below. We value your feedback and enjoy hearing from you. Thank you immensely for your support. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated. Keep pursuing wisdom, and let's progress together. Stay safe, stay stoic.